This is the second Torn E.b receiver I've done. This one appears to be a 42 or 43, being that it has the voltmeter attached and the noise shields on it internally, where the later versions after 43 didn't have that. It's the external power supply. Inside the power supply, there's a transformer for the filament voltage and plate voltage, along with the rectifiers and filters for those supplies. It's important to remember this is a 120 volt AC only power supply. It'll work at 50 or 60 hertz, but it must be 120 volts only. Here's a receiver with its interference shield removed. We can see some of the repairs that were done to it, the installation of a new power plug and wiring for that, along with the cleanup of the RF amplifiers and their bypass capacitors. I relocated them up onto the component board up around the top of the receiver. So the interference shield's back on the radio. Now it's ready to go back into its case. We'll put the rods back in the front. There's 3 screw rods that hold the radio in the case. Lay the case on its back. Pick up the radio by the handle in the front of the radio and drop it into the case. Then you can take and turn in the screws that hold the radio in place. Stand the radio up. Take and connect the DC power cable from the power supply. It just snaps into place. It only fits in one way. Turn on the power supply and turn on the radio. When you turn on the radio, the first thing you always check is the filament voltage. I'm running the filaments a little lower, but you want to make sure that it is never over 2 volts. That's the bottom scale on the meter. If you push the button, it reads the high voltage or the B voltage. In this case, it's about 75 volts. It normally wants to be around 80. We're going to run this a little bit lower voltage because it's a pretty old radio and there's no use flogging it. Go ahead and tune the radio onto the station.
Sounds like it's a good place to start.
Now you're going to find there's 2 controls that you have to work with all the time. One is the regeneration control, and the other is the gain control. It's not a volume control, it's a gain control. It controls the overall gain of the radio. Located just below the meter is an audio filter for CW reception. Go ahead and tune around a little bit. One of the things you'll find about this radio is it's a TRF receiver. It uses a regeneration control. Learning how to use the regeneration control and the gain control is an art. It's not like a modern receiver. You'll find a combination of gain and regeneration are necessary to tune the receiver.
Just for example of us, that we worked your head off for Jesus all week. Stardust.
The radio takes very little regeneration in AM reception. You'll find that the controls turned almost all the way down when we're receiving AM broadcast. Retune the radio to the AM broadcast band. What I'm going to do now is remove the headset that's on the radio And using this little adapter, you could go from the headset plugs on the radio to an RCA plug or phono plug that will plug into an audio amplifier or a stereo system. A lot easier to wear in headsets.
19 in the spring of 2020. The report says that
You get a chance to see now how use of the regeneration control and use of the gain control will affect the sound. If the regeneration control is too far forward, it will howl like that. So just back it out, and then you should have normal reception. It takes a while to get used to using a TRF receiver if you've never used one before. But it's not impossible to master. Most countries stopped using TRF receivers by the mid-1920s, but Germany kept using it all up into World War II. I think that might have something to do with this being like a 1930s designed radio, too. We'll go over to the shortwave band. And it's the same thing in shortwave. You're going to want to get used to working with the gain and the regeneration control.
In that, just one example of us, that we worked your head off for Jesus all week. Stardust.
On really strong stations you're going to find you have to really back both gain and regeneration way down. Now for things like Morse code, in this case radio teletype, what you'll find there is you'll turn the regeneration way up and back the gain control way down. So you have to remember, when you go back to listening to broadcast stations, you have to take regeneration out and turn the gain back up. So that gives you kind of an idea of how these old German receivers worked and what was involved in using one.